Hey, happy Sunday. Show 328 starting here after a couple week break. Let me go ahead and post the link where it needs to go and hopefully get a couple people pop in here today. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend last week. We were out of town, had a good time, but the weather was kind of more like late October, early November where we were than September. But had a good visit. Didn't do near as much outside as wanted to, but there we go. Link is in there. Oh, YouTube rejected my comment? Huh. Okay, that's good. My show, damn it. There. This is really common when sharing your link. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that's kind of crazy. It's not letting me share a link on my own show. Okay. I'll double check on. Let's see if I can post it in somewhere else. I did post a thing on Facebook, and there should be the alert for those of you that subscribe to YouTube. There. Can't believe it's causing me to. Hey, there it is. Okay. So there's the link should be there. No, it didn't. I just had to do it through YouTube. So, well, the algorithm is conspiring against me again here. But yeah, I had a good trip. I took my cameras. I didn't take the large format. I did take film and digital. And we were up visiting friends in Illinois for 5 days. 5.5 days. We were there almost 6 days. And we had about 1 day total of suitable outdoor weather. The rest of the time was rainy, windy, or both. Had a lot of conflicting air masses, moisture moving up from the Gulf, hitting cold front from the north and west. And we had big wind one day where it was relatively clear, but winds were 40, 50 miles an hour. The next day was nice. So we went out and did some stuff that we had planned, but weren't able to do everything. And then the next 3 days were rain. So we didn't get out much. Even when we tried to avoid social distancing by going somewhere, we couldn't because the weather didn't allow us. So, oh well, that's life.
Howdy, folks.
Sob story. Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
How you doing?
Hey James.
How you doing?
Good. You hearing my sorry story about the crappy weather on our trip?
Oh,
But I've heard.
I came up with a really good excuse why I didn't take any pictures.
oh, really?
Yeah, because the weather was crap.
Yeah.
You can still take rain shot pictures.
Huh?
You can still take shots in the rain.
No, not when it's easier to sit inside and enjoy some cocktails and listen to music. Yeah, that's.
I mean, you know.
Well, you got your priorities set then.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, these are good friends, and we hadn't seen them in a year, and literally outside of you guys and some other stuff, that's like the first live people we'd seen in months. So it was nice.
Oh wow. Yeah.
No, well, outside of shopping, that's
Sure.
And just a couple of close friends. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun, but the weather didn't cooperate too much. So you still having tamales, Joe?
No, I actually just finished the last of my barbecue that I had bought.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And
what was it?
Oh, I still had some brisket left, the nice fatty brisket. I had a ton of pork belly left.
Okay. Yeah.
and some jalapeno sausage. So yeah, I
Oh, nice.
I had the first batch of it for a late breakfast, and then had a
Mhm.
total food coma, and
Oh, man.
slept / worked that one off, and
Yeah.
then and then went in for a second dose a
Man.
little while ago. So I'm trying to after all that kind of food work,
Yeah.
I have to suck down. So I have to hydrate again.
Yeah. No, we when we were up there, they had a smoker, one of like those little Weber bullet smokers. Although it was a really cheap one, so it didn't really have any vents. So you really couldn't control the air and hence the temperature real well. But they'd had one of those that they'd used once in the last 18 years, and they're like, Mark, do you want to make some ribs on this? I'm like, hell yeah! So I got some ribs and did a rub, and they came out pretty good. I had that really I pretty much had to sit by there for 3.5 hours. There was plenty to drink while I was doing it, but
yeah. You can always find something to drink.
There was no way to control the airflow, so I really had to just always be paying attention to the temperature.
Here's the thing, James. Here's the thing. Now, see, I had a little behind the scenes peek at this. See, and Mark had plenty to drink there, and he had to literally babysit this smoker. It was outdoors. He actually could have had the camera with him next to himself on the the smoker, and still didn't take any photos.
No, I couldn't leave. I didn't want to ruin the meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, before he comes on, how's he doing with job-wise?
Wes, I don't know. I do not know. I hadn't. I log on to Facebook so rarely, and I haven't seen. Have you looked at his feed at all? Seen anything?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I haven't either. So let me check. I've got Facebook open here. Let's just see. Hey, Dennis, how's it going?
Fine, guys. How you been?
Good.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it must be, at least, 2 hours?
Let's take a look at Wes's feed and see what's going on. I don't see anything that would indicate he has gotten anything different. We'll need to ask him if he pops on, because it's been a few weeks, I think, at this point, right? Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's got some money behind him to carry him through.
Yeah, I hope he does too. I think he probably does. So I don't, although, if they were laid off, he probably could file for unemployment too.
Yeah.
If it was a true layoff.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Florida one of those states that's having a hard time getting paid?
Yeah.
Aren't they one of those states that's having a lot of people's going months and months without getting paid?
Yeah. I think what they're having trouble with was getting paid for that federal bump, that 2 months or whatever, they had the $600 a week. People were getting like the state unemployment, which was a couple $100 for most people, but they couldn't get the 600 because the state wasn't doing, wasn't talking, whatever. I don't know, just messed up.
Yeah.
Hopefully he pops in and we can
Is
get an update.
Mark, is his partner working?
Yes. Yeah. So they're probably okay. Obviously not optimal, because you definitely like to have two incomes coming in, but he's in a field that he is relatively in demand, so that's a good thing. So it's just
and Wes doesn't give me the impression he's terrible with money or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he's got a little cushion.
Yeah, he should have a little cushion. So.
Yeah, he just bought himself a $2,000 camera, a nice, great big lens. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the reason why you're not doing okay.
Yeah.
But he seems like he's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at this guy.
Hey, Simmy.
Howdy.
How's it going?
It's going.
Good.
Hey, Dennis, he heard us talk about his prints today.
Yeah, he did. He probably did. Yeah, we was giving an evaluation on your prints.
Ears are burning. Got to go on the show.
What happened?
Now I'm in trouble because you've turned out.
I said to my cousin, when we come on tonight, are we going to tell the truth or are we going to get banned?
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah,
oh, man.
it's constructive criticism to help one another. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, my cousin said to me, my picture was terrible.
It was.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, you have to put your failures up as well as your good ones.
But I explained to him how to improve on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay. All right. Yeah, I noticed there's quite a few images up there in 2 weeks, or I guess has it been 3 weeks? I guess. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've been.
Did you get all of mine up there, Mark? Do you see them all?
That's in the other group.
What's that? Yeah,
With mine.
yeah, they're filed right
Invisible images.
Yeah.
Invisible images group.
Yeah, Joe, you're letting the side down.
Yeah, I just have. Thank God we have people like Sim in here, and
Yeah, Dennis, and everybody else except me and you, Joe.
exactly.
Yeah, I was saying to my cousin that I think Joe sold his camera.
Yeah, you know what's hilarious? I literally, I can touch it right now. That's what's so funny. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally right here. That's what's.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's
No, it's no, it was yeah, I did pack film and digital, and the weather was, just didn't have enough time to use it. The weather was too crap and time too short. So, but it was still a fun visit. I mean, it was just basically all we did was pretty much stay at their house for 5 days, and that was about it. Caught up on Breaking Bad. Rewatched part of that.
Well, see, my excuse, Mark, will be right now that since I'm not shooting models right now, I don't want to show up Samuel. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to Simi. I don't want to show him up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good.
Be my guest.
You've been busy, Simi, as pretty much every week. So weather been treating you good. Did you guys get a bunch of rain last week from that storm that went up there? A tropical storm a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
You
we
guys-
actually we got tornadoes in the area.
Oh.
So
that's right.
and
Yeah.
it
That's right,
kind of
yeah.
ripped through certain neighborhoods, but we were spared in where we are. But,
Okay.
but yeah, this state was kind of messed up. There was power outage for a bunch of people
That's
for about a
right.
week or so.
How
Yeah,
about that? Yeah, they had the bunch of tornadoes and stuff about 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, just about 2 weeks ago. So, is the power on for mostly everybody now?
yes,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Did your power go out at all, or were you?
we were out for about 15 minutes at
Oh
best.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, we have our town has its own energy kind of
Okay.
thing, and they got their own crews. So usually when the power goes out, they're pretty quick to get it back up,
Yeah.
as opposed to EverSource, which was sleeping on the job for some reason, which the rest of the state
a
is
lot
on.
a lot of the lines there are above ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what gets you. You got the above ground lines. You get the wind and trees and stuff falling over lines, and that causes mayhem pretty quickly. So, well, good. Well, glad to hear everything was okay with you then, because that was.
I can remember 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer. We had these microbursts that came through the neighborhood, and my job's only 8 miles away. And
Mhm.
this is when I was going into the office, and it literally took me 2 hours to get home
Yeah. Yeah.
because every street you went down, it was closed because there was power lines down.
Mhm.
You back up and then follow somebody else, and then that street's closed, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah. No, our the friends we went to visit live up in the kind of the quad cities of Illinois, so right around there, Illinois, Iowa, and they had, was it the beginning of August? They had that derecho or whatever, that real strong wind event that moved through Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and it knocked over destroyed a bunch of crops and that type of stuff. And my buddy was out taking his father back to the retirement community where he lives, and he got caught in the middle of it, and was dodging, going up and down streets in Davenport, Iowa, trying to dodge the wind. And yeah, he's like, "Oh, that was not a good place to be." Window was ripping through the building, roofs were coming off, all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, not good. So good. So we got a fair amount of images. Anybody got anything fun photographically to add? Any new equipment, anything you've been looking at buying, new equipment, anything like that? Simi, I know you're probably getting that large format camera next week, I hope. All right.
No, I spent my money on a bicycle.
A bicycle, cool.
I did.
Road bike or mountain bike?
Or
It's a hybrid in between.
Okay, one of those city bikes or whatever, cross bike or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can do some off-road trails and whatnot. I mainly bought it because the parks here are a little ridiculous. They have some of these hours now where they don't even let the fishermen come in early in the morning. So I figured I'd just park like up front or in a public park and just bike in.
Okay.
Remember to chain it up, or it won't be there when you come back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis, is this in England?
No, it's worse over there, I think. Now, actually, Timmy, I've got a hybrid as well. So
Yeah.
I decided that mountain bikes are just too heavy going on the road. You know, it's like driving along with car tires. They're a good compromise. You know, you get all the gears and cranks and that, and they're thicker than a road bike, but a lot thinner than an off-road. Yeah.
Yep.
It's dangerous as well because when you drive, I've got a bike hybrid. I used to have a road bike and I stopped it. But you go on the main roads in there and people want to run you over and come right up to you. It's ridiculous. I said, I'm not doing that anymore. So I just go around the development.
Yeah.
Have you got this craze of battery scooters, in America?
Oh, you mean
Oh yeah.
bird
Big, yeah.
scooters and lift scooters and all that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, the kids driving down the middle of the road at about 20 mile an hour, battery scooters.
Yeah, and then they just abandon them wherever they stop. There's just little piles of scooters all over the place.
I have to admit, it hasn't been as bad here this year. Last year, boy, it was terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, it was.
It's the same here in Atlanta. The last couple of years were just people would just leave them literally in the middle of the street, pretty much.
Yeah, you would find them everywhere, and bicycles too.
Yeah,
They had those bicycles that you could do the same thing with.
Oh yeah, where you can rent the bike by the hour. Yeah. Well, so you did buy a piece of photography equipment, then, Simi. You bought a bike, which will help you get in and take better photos.
Yeah. So I expect to be getting a GoPro next and in competition with Rui.
No, thank you.
Hey,
Well,
have you guys heard of the Nikon guy?
No.
He's usually always publishing videos on how to do things. He's pretty good. He's sold all his Nikon stuff.
No?
Wow. What's he doing?
He's got one of the Sony cameras right now, but he's not sure the direction he's going to. So he's not sure what cameras to pick up. But he's sold all his Nikon stuff is sold.
Wow. What was the reason? He just was tired of Nikon, or he thinks they're behind? Or
what he said was he was going in a different direction. Now that direction, I don't know.
Okay.
He's probably going back to film.
Yeah.
No, because he had a Sony camera. He said he bought a Sony camera and he liked that one.
Huh. Yeah, that's.
But you see it when you see him on the video. You see all his camera gear and lenses and that. There's loads of them, and he's shipped them all off to KEH.
Wow. Jeez.
I'm trying to think of there was another photographer years. Scott Bourne did a similar thing. He was a big Canon guy and sold all his camera gear, all his Canon stuff, and he went. I think Micro Four Thirds or something, mirrorless. He went all mirrorless or something.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So he bought a bunch of Olympus, and now Olympus doesn't exist anymore. So now he's going to be selling that. Going back to Sony.
Here exists. I get 2 emails a day from them asking me to buy their lenses.
Okay. They're like, please, James, buy a lens, please.
Yeah.
No.
They'll still be around. Somebody will pick them up.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Panasonic will buy them.
It's not going to go away overnight. That's for sure. Yeah.
I've got the lenses I need right now. Until I need something else, then I'm not buying.
Yeah. Exactly.
The only thing with Panasonic was that they used to put their stabilizing system in their lenses. So every time you buy a lens, you've got to buy a stabilized lens, which costs loads of money.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Olympus put it in the body, which was the wisest thing to do.
Oh yeah. Yep. No, that's why I think they became more popular. I think because of that, and well, now Sony adopted that too. They have in camera.
Yeah, well, it's good because any lens you put on. When I put my rangefinder lenses on my Sony, they're all stabilized.
Yep. Yeah. So you have a lot more freedom as far as lens choice and use, because as long as you got the body with the stabilization, everything's good on that. So, well, good. I did buy. I had to buy a new laptop today. The MacBook was, after 5.5 years, was going bad. Still works, but not doing what it needs to do. So
Yeah, well, it was only a matter of another year, Mark, and they would have stopped supporting it. You'd have to buy a new one anyway.
yeah, I ended up getting I got a Chromebook.
Chromebook.
I did a Chromebook. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because everything I do, 99% of what I do,
Is online
especially on a
anyway.
laptop, is all through web-based or Google Docs or whatever.
It just makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, if I need to do something else on the desktop, well, that's what I've got up here. So I don't need to do that. So Chromebooks are hard to find. There's not a lot of them in stock. Everybody's been buying them up for.
Yeah, everyone's buying, and you know what? They've gotten more expensive. I've recently bought 2 of them, Mark. I didn't say anything, but I've recently bought 2 Chromebooks.
Okay.
And, they've gotten expensive. And I bought one of those. I bought the latest Chromebook tablet. Trying to think who came out with it, but it was really highly rated. Anyway, got a fantastic price on it through Walmart.
Yep.
Bought it and they canceled it on me. So I bought it again and they canceled it again.
Because it's not in stock, not available. Yeah.
That's what they were saying. Well, why was I allowed to buy it again? I think the deal is I on their website, I was catching the price at like $259 or something like that.
Yeah.
And when I would cancel it and go back to the listing right away, it was up like 3 something, almost 400. You know what I'm saying? And then I caught it again at 2 something, and they cancel that listing. You know what I'm saying? They cancel that order on me.
Yeah, well, Joe, I've got Sony cameras in stock for $100, but I won't send them out either.
Yeah, they
You can be the cheap market, but if they ain't got them in stock, then it's not a lot good.
I bet you they do, but they don't want to sell it at that low price.
They didn't want to sell it at that price. I'm convinced.
But if they don't want to sell it at that price, why put it on the website at a low price?
It was too. And then the second time when I bought it, they said there was like 7 left or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you still cancel what the heck, man?
This Joe guy, we got to watch out for Joe. He's trying to get a deal.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a Rod J deal, man. That's all.
Good. So I won't be able to do Photoshop on my Chromebook, but
no, but there's alternatives actually.
Yeah, there is. There are. Yep.
Yeah, like GIMP.
Can you download the mobile app though?
You could do GIMP on the Chromebook. What's that, Sammy?
Can you download the mobile app?
Yeah.
It has to be a Chrome. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And I think, does
Android.
GIMP have a mobile app? I don't know. Do they, Dennis?
A lot of the some Chromebooks can take Android apps.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
This one will. I got an Acer spin book or something. It's like a 14-inch, with a decent. It's got 8 gigs of memory, so it should be enough to do, everything I need it to do. So yeah, and it specifically said it should do Android apps.
Can you put other operating systems on a Chromebook?
You could technically, you could put Linux on it. I think.
Yeah, shrink the drive then and put Linux on 95%.
Yeah. So I might play around with it, but to start off, I'm just going to keep it with the Chrome OS, and because I use it for work, and most of my work stuff is Google Docs related. So as long as I can store it, store it on the computer if I'm not connected, then have it sync, which Google Docs does. I'm good with that. So
Yeah, I thought you would have got a Linux laptop.
yeah, I need to be able to pull up something real quick and do it, and I do that in Google or Chrome or web apps is what I use 99% of the time. So
I got my mom that one Chromebook a couple years ago, and I've used it now several times. When I go see her, I'll use it, and that one still works great.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it still works.
yeah. So yeah, I need it to last 3 or 4 years. I mean, if I can get 4 or 5 years out of it, maybe 5 years. I mean, my MacBook is going on. It's 5, almost 6 years old at this point, and it still works, but it's quite a bit slower than the newer machines. So
Yeah, don't forget, Mark, if you get a Linux operating system on a laptop, all the GIMP and the Darktable, Raw Therapy, it'll all work twice as fast as come on Windows.
yeah. No, I've got the
Well,
drive on it.
speaking of that, Mark, what did you think about the Windows option? Some of those Windows machines are pretty darn cheap.
Yeah, I thought about it, and I was like,
Is it the security?
well, that, and I just wanted to try. I wanted to try a Chromebook, and I have a Windows desktop, So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's definitely, and I could get a much faster Chromebook for the price I was looking at. To get a fast Windows machine, it's probably realistically probably $700-800 to get a comparably fast Windows machine,
Sure.
and I wasn't willing to spend that much. So,
What is the big difference between a Chromebook and a laptop then?
well, the laptop, I mean, a laptop that uses Windows just takes much more resources to use. I mean, it's just a Chromebook is just it's a stripped down version and basically Linux. I mean, it's based on, it's just a slightly popped up Linux thing. So it's just quicker, loads faster, real low on, you don't need a lot of system resources to use it. The disadvantage is that you pretty much do need to be connected to do stuff.
Yeah, because they're web based, so they're operating system.
It's primarily web based.
Yeah, basically it's a terminal.
Yeah, it's basically a terminal, basically.
Yeah.
But,
You don't want their system to run it.
yeah.
Yeah, but everything I use my laptop for is it's either connected either in my internal network or the few things I save on the desktop is just Google Docs, which syncs as soon as I log back in anyway. So
I get it because I've been beating that around for a while. Well, like I said, I bought 2 machines just in the last 2 weeks. I've done, you know what I'm saying? So I would have had one had Walmart come through, but they didn't, bastards.
Yeah.
The annoying thing is that I put Linux on my laptop and I left Windows on 20% of the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a grub boot on it so that it boots into Linux first.
Yep.
Every time there's an update in the Windows, it wipes the boot out and puts the Windows boot disk back. Yeah. Because there's no other operating system but Windows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as far as Windows is concerned, there's no other operating system.
Yeah, so I don't want to dump it completely. Because some things you need Windows, some things only operate in Windows. But
hey, do you know this new feature? I can move people around.
Yeah. They you know what? I've been having a huge problem with that when I host.
That shows on everybody else's screen, right? I can move you seen me moving around?
I just feel I've gone up in the world.
Yeah. Careful what you say, Dennis. I'm gonna put you down there.
What I like about that is, see, I don't know why I'm not able to do it during my show. It's ridiculous because
This is the first time I've logged into StreamYard in 2 weeks, and it just popped up as a new feature. Did they add it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, this would be the 3rd week.
Okay.
And I like it because like I could put, or it shows you where you could put like the big screen
Mm-hmm.
have, so I could have like, yourself on,
Yep.
on a big screen and still have the three of us over here
Yeah.
and then shrink that, so you can move things around quite a bit supposedly, but I haven't been able to do it.
See, I could do that, and then exit solo layout. Yeah, so pretty cool. I just noticed that as I logged in. I was like, yeah, that's kind of neat.
What's
Yeah,
the maximum amount of people you can have on there? Is it still 6?
I get 10.
You pay a little bit
I do.
for it.
I
I think free gets 6. I think. So it bumped up a little, which is nice. That's
Yeah.
good. Now speaking of, speaking of nice, let's look at some nice photos. There we go.
Hi.
Wow. All right. So let's see what I got here. Because there's been quite a bit. As usual, Simi's been active, which is great.
Time's winding down.
Yeah.
We spoke about that. Well, that's my one. We spoke
Yeah,
about
that's your last. The giant sunflower. Is it harvested now, or is it?
Actually, it's fallen over and died.
Okay. Time to cut the head off and get the seeds out and dry them up. Have some sunflower seeds.
Yeah, but it's my neighbour's flowers in his yard.
Yeah. So let's. So this one is Jose's. Yes, that's the first new one in the last couple weeks. A white-faced ibis. So I think that's a western bird. I don't think we get those on the east.
Yeah, we was looking at this earlier, Mark. Has he got an A9? Is that an A9 number on that camera?
Yes, it's an A9. He just he upgraded to that a few months ago. I think. He had an A7.
You might have ibises in Georgia, but I don't know if you have that one though.
Yeah.
You have the plain old white ones.
Yeah. I know you got them in Florida, and we probably do along the coast for sure in Georgia. But so I think he did upgrade to the 9. I think it was earlier this year.
Yeah, he's certainly got some nice equipment. He's got that expensive zoom lens.
Mm-hmm. A 200 to 600.
Yeah.
Nice lens. Nice. Look at the colors on that. That's kind of, the colors are great.
I think it's a great picture.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, we got the white ibis. I don't know if I've seen. Okay, so this is the blockhouse lighthouse has been a common subject here, but now you got a kayaker going in front of it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Simi, did you put the kayak in?
Nope. There was him and 2 other women were out there in the thing. This is a hard lighthouse to shoot because it seems like every 20 minutes there's a giant ferry that leaves New London.
Oh.
And that ferry is almost as big as the lighthouse is perspective wise when it's that far away.
Oh, okay.
And you almost have to wait till it's out of and I think that the ferry had just gotten out of frame.
Okay.
And then this guy comes tooling along, but I decided to wait till he got near the middle and took his picture.
Yep. Okay. So how far offshore is this lighthouse? Because I noticed you're at 500 millimeters, so it's pretty.
It's further than that, yeah.
It's what, a mile out maybe.
Yeah, I'd say mile and a half.
Okay. Yeah. So the ferry goes right across. Yeah. Yeah.
Timmy,
the ferry goes right behind it, but it's huge in the frame when it does.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question for it because the lighthouse looks very bright among the background and the ocean and that. It looked like you pasted it.
That's what it was because that morning, the sun. I wasn't even gonna go out because I woke up like 30 minutes late. But I said, let me go anyway. And by the time I got there, sun was already up, and the sun was kind of being shielded with some clouds.
Mm-hmm.
But there was all this fog and mist coming in at the same time. So some of that is like I hit the one that was black and white of this one. That's when there was no light at all.
Okay.
And this one here, the sun kind of was burning through the clouds, but you still got mist and haze in the back, so that might be why that accounts for that.
But you looking at this picture, how bright the that building is.
Yeah, so it's the sun just kind of coming in. Yeah, front lighting it. Yeah, through the clouds.
Did you crop it, Simi? It looks square.
It is square. Yep.
Yeah, are you taking it in square format? Are you?
No, my camera only does 3x2. So any other format, it's been cropped.
It's been cropped to that size. Yeah.
I wish my camera could do different formats in camera, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't choose what you want. It's the format 16:9 or 3:2.
No.
You've got to crop it. You got to do that in post then, huh?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. So this one, okay, taking the same day it looks like.
No,
August 8th. Okay, yeah.
I think this was prior to that visit.
Okay.
They're all mixed up. Don't
Oh, okay.
go
All
in
right.
chronological order.
Don't trust the order. Okay.
I can't even remember what day. I just remember which location, but I don't remember which day. But I know this was before that one.
So there used to be a drain pipe going into the ocean. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
They would dump all the wastewater directly into the ocean.
Yeah. Aren't we nice people?
Yeah. Glad it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's still there actually, but it doesn't drain. I think it just drains rainwater now.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't. It's not used for that other purpose.
Yeah.
But the pipe definitely doesn't come out this far anymore. It stops way up.
Way
up
back.
further.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This is neat. Yeah. Some old pilings. Yeah.
It was another day where it didn't look like it was going to be much, but later on the sun started to come through.
Mm-hmm. This was a 90-second exposure. Wow. Okay.
What's your next camera going to be, Simi?
750 until it falls apart.
Yeah, I'm in the same camp, brother.
You're just gonna be you're gonna be shooting one day, and it's just gonna crumble in your hands. You'll be like, okay, time for a new camera.
I really might get another one, but it'll be a second one because there are times when I'm doing these long exposures where I wish I had a second camera.
Yeah, where you see something you like to do, why you can do something else. Yeah.
Well, especially because the 750, I don't know if it's just a 750 or it just might be all cameras, but during the summer when I do long exposures, I have to make a decision whether or not to do that long exposure noise reduction.
Okay. Yeah.
And
It can take a while. Yeah.
Yeah, when the weather's like it is now, it's getting a little cooler. I'll get away with it. But there's a lot of pixels you got to clean up afterwards, which it's like, do you do the work afterwards or do I wait on site? And so I've gotten better at guessing like what stuff is gonna do.
Okay.
But it's still a pain. It's like if I take an 8-minute exposure, then I have to wait 8 minutes. So I have to be careful when I want to do that exposure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because then I have to wait another 8 minutes for it to be done.
Yeah. Well, that's why you need two cameras. You can get one doing that, set up the other one, get it going. The other one stops, and you just rotate them.
Yeah.
And once you accomplish that, you'll be saying, I need another one.
No.
Did you get a lot of hot pixels then?
What was that?
Did you get a lot of hot pixels?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. What, really a lot?
It doesn't take much. I mean, it has to be like actually chilly out before it stops doing that. As soon as it gets a little warm, forget it.
Yeah.
That sensor heats up, and then I get you get a lot of hot pixels. And then my previous camera did that too, but I don't know. It just seems like there's more little tiny ones in this one.
Well, it'd be next to impossible over here then. It gets hot.
Oh yeah.
Booger over here.
Yeah.
I mean,
even at sunrise, it's 95 degrees. You know, that type of thing. And if you're shooting in the summer, yeah. Never mind going out at 2:00 in the afternoon in August. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nobody else has that problem. or nobody else shoots that long?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't have 2-hour exposure, so I'm kind of good. I've been trying to cut back on those. But I do have 3 SLRs, so I mean, I could.
You don't get enough in this country to go hot pixels.
Yeah.
Dennis was like, "Come on over."
I can get away with like a minute and a half, but as soon as I go to the 2-minute mark, forget it.
Yeah.
Simmy, that rock in the foreground, the big one, right? Did you bring that up? Do more on that than the others? Because it looks like it's got.
This one here.
Yeah, that one.
Yep, that one might be a little brighter than the most, but it is two-tone. That is a two-tone rock.
Okay. All right. So maybe did brighten up a little bit on the top, but it is, is the way the rock is. It's not like you just got rid of the color on the top. Okay.
I've done some dodging and burning on most of my photos, but this one we have some interesting things like rocks, and I remember you guys were there's a New Haven location where you guys were noticing that the moss was like fluorescent green.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And in that area, and that's also the area where they dump, where the oil tankers come in.
Okay. All right.
So maybe it's some radioactive stuff over there, but during the summer, that is the color. It is like bright green.
Wow.
And then along Milford in this area, you'll get the green moss, but it's not as fluorescent green. And then there's other places where you get no moss at all, like further down where there's rocks, and you don't really get more like this seaweedy kind of dark stuff, almost kelp-like.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it's probably just the difference of the local microclimate, for that particular part. Yeah, with sun or whatever. Huh.
But this is when the lights started to come out. All the storm clouds went away. So.
Mm-hmm. You get some of the sunbeams coming down in there in the background.
Yep.
Through the clouds.
And that's Charles Island. Supposedly, Captain Kidd buried his treasure out on that island.
Okay.
And people do get stuck on that island.
So you can go out there, you can walk out there in low tide?
Yep. And then what the danger is that little piece of strip of land between that and the island. And people go out there and they try to make it back, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot, but the undertow drags people in, and then they have to call the fire department out to get them.
Yeah.
There's the guys out there fishing right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right at the tip.
Do they have signs warning people about that?
They do. They still go anyway.
Oh, please. Are you kidding me? You know how hot it is here, right? And literally by 10 a.m. it's 105. You know what I'm saying? And they warn people, don't go hiking. You know what I'm saying? Don't go hiking. Sure enough, man, they're rescuing somebody at 11 because they're already dehydrated. And you know what I'm saying?
I brought my 2 bottles of water. That's all I need.
I mean, well, this year there was 55 deaths this summer, something like that, from heat. You know what I'm saying? It's the real deal out here, man.
People don't think about it.
They just don't think about stuff like that. Like your area, Sim. There's all these dangers that are native to our areas, and people don't give a damn about it. They just don't. They ignore it, man. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. I'm good.
Yeah. So they figure, I'll keep an eye on it, and then sometimes that tide comes back in way faster than you think it is.
Mm-hmm. Tide's a tricky
next thing you know,
thing.
You're stuck.
So, because sometimes the top of the water can look just fine. You're like, oh yeah, and the underneath is like going like crazy. I mean, water's a tricky thing, man. It is.
Yeah,
how high are the tides?
I don't know.
From low water to high water mark. Did it go out far?
At least in the Milford area, I've seen it where it's low, where it's real low, where it's like you could almost walk out to that island
Right.
and with even not using the island, like just using some hip waders. But there's other areas where, yeah, it's high and low, but it doesn't go out that far. It's still too deep.
Yeah. Round here, outside goes out 1.5 miles.
Yeah, so you got a shallow shelf then.
Yeah. And when it comes in, it's 26 foot from low to high.
Wow.
Yeah. And one at the highest down the road in the Channel Islands is 36-foot tides. That is
a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
I see a swimming pool on the shore, and it had 2 diving boards, half-level ones, and then the one right up the top. When the tide was in, you couldn't see anything.
Oh man.
Everything was underwater. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big tide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, with the Long Island Sound, we don't get anything that crazy. I don't think.
A lot of people have drowned out there because.
Hey, Dennis, what is this stuff you're talking about? Because over here, I've heard about this water that you're talking about, but
let's be fair. You got the same.
But I've heard about this water that you speak of. But what's it like?
Well, not only is it ground level, but it's in the sky as well here. Most of the
Wow!
Joe, you just need to go to your local Holiday Inn down the street.
Yeah.
They have something right out back.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, it gets so hot that you don't want to jump in a pool over here.
Yeah.
It's like a hot bath. Yeah, it does not refresh you at all. Yeah, you people are, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll get a pool. I'll be fine. The minute they jump in that water, they're like, man, that water's hot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it takes some people will put like just 2 big, huge dry ice cubes in their pool to try to cool it off. Yeah, it's a different deal here.
I agree with what you're saying, Joe. When I was in Florida, I jumped in some spa thing and I got straight back out because the water, I couldn't stay in there. I thought it was like being boiled.
You know what? I don't get that whole. Okay, I know people, and I happen to be dating one that has a hot tub. And I'm like, are you effing crazy? It's 117 outside. What do you need a hot tub for? It's native here. Just let it sit outside. It's hot.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You don't need to heat it up. It heats up on its own.
What are you doing? Yeah, I'm like, what?
Now that sitting in a hot tub in Arizona in the summer, no.
I just don't understand it. And people do it all the time. And I'm like, what? A hot tub in Arizona. Yeah, it's just
it's crazy
phenomena ever. Yeah.
Now, speaking of something that likes hot tubs, I think this osprey probably would. If there was a fish in a hot tub, he would get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But look at this. This is cool. So this is a fish, and it just ripped. Looks like the head is just hanging there off to the side. I mean, that's pretty neat.
You want to make sure it's not wiggling around so you won't lose it.
Yeah, I mean that sucker is ripped in half pretty much, and he's got it. It's not going anywhere.
It's a good shot, especially on the eyes.
Yeah, well, nice focus on the eyes. That's
very well done.
Yeah, that is excellent, and that's probably with the there we go. I guess I should reduce that down. That's kind of big, huh?
Bolsa Chica.
Yeah.
Where's that? California?
Yeah.
Southern California. Yeah, he's down in the LA area. But yeah, that's neat. And that's with his 500. Oh, he still had 18 millimeters to go. He could have gotten just a little closer.
Oh man, wussed out.
Yeah.
Well, on those type of shots, you got to be pretty quick. You must be ready for the bird to move.
Yeah. Well, the bird's in flight, so I bet you this is the best out of probably 50 or 100 shots.
Yeah.
You know, You just continuous autofocus, firing as fast, getting as much as you can, and then pick out the best one that you can get. Yeah.
Dennis and I was wondering how many shots he took.
I got to imagine it's at least 50, probably.
That's to fill the buffer up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You just keep going.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice image though. It's great. I like it.
Yeah. Be more impressive.
Is this that same morning, Simi, from that other
Yes,
one?
sir.
Storm?
Yep,
Okay.
it is. Yep.
Okay. So you just moved around the bay a little bit on the other side of the island now. Yeah.
Yep. I was on my way home, and this was the last thing of the morning, last one of the
Okay.
morning for that place.
A few gulls pecking around in the water. Whoa. Yeah.
Dude, the Cardinals are giving the 49ers a run for their money today, man.
There you go.
This is crazy.
Falcons lost.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, the Cardinals just took the lead right now.
Oh.
Scored another touchdown. This is.
So you're headed home and you saw this, like, hey, I think I'll stop and. Yeah, you must have been in a hurry because it was only 50th of a second. So come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Please.
No, I was actually, I sat here for a while. I was being mesmerized by the wind was making the ripples go across.
Oh, okay. Blowing this way.
Yeah.
Wind was going left to right. Oh,
Yep, and then I was waiting for that the light to come through. Luckily, it did.
Okay.
And then just waited, took the shot.
Yeah. Well, you got a nice composition here of the. I don't know if this is a stream or just whatever going, kind of circling around. All right. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, this was actually I was contemplating. There's like 3 shots here, really. If you zoom in just on the light and you just take even a little tighter than that, that's one shot there, and then the other shot on the other, of course, opposite of that where the island is.
Yeah.
There's a dark area there. There's a shot in its own, and then this is the bottom, just the ripples in the water.
Yeah, that's true. And you just decided to pretty much capture the whole scene.
Yeah, you can either make a statement or a story, and this one was more of a story for me for that morning.
Yeah.
Just the light versus the dark, and the ripples effect going from across from one to the other.
Yeah.
Are you saying you stitched it together?
No. There's one shot,
No.
but I mean, I could have like.
He's saying there's.
Yeah.
I'm glad you shared that too, Sim.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's so helpful to someone else that may be watching. To look at this image and say, hey, look, you could look at it this way, and reframe it, and boom, there's one image. Here's another image right here. So it's pretty cool that you decided to leave it at this wide shot to show the 3 different images that you could have had.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's.
Perspective, right? Like maybe if me and you were side by side, I might have went for one of those other 2 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that gives a good perspective on what.
That's the whole thing. You get a bunch of people taking the quote unquote the exact same shot and be totally different because just that little bit of difference one way or the other makes a total difference as far as what the impact of the photo or what the story is. Like you said, a story or a statement, which is that's a good way of describing it. Yeah. Story kind of captures more of what's going on all around, whereas the statement is maybe one particular element of it.
The only thing I feel was missing, if it had been taken here, Simi, it'd have a shopping cart in it.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's missing a shopping cart and a moon.
And the moon. Gotta have the moon.
I can send you a moon PNG for the right-hand side.
Yeah. You can tell it's fake, right, Dennis? Because it doesn't have a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see, over here, they're genuine, the shopping carts.
Yeah. You don't have to insert them. They're already there. You have to take them out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're part of the ecology now.
He thinks he has a problem with his steamboats going across the frame. Yeah. He's got shopping carts just laid upside down all over the place.
Yeah. So here's a snowy egret. Yeah, these are pretty much all over the place. You see these?
Yep.
And
Got them up here.
Capture that.
that's a nice in-flight shot. Yeah.
I like the detail on the wings.
Mm-hmm. Detail on the wings and up against the background is nice. It really brings out the good contrast between the bird foreground and the background. And you zoom in and you take a look at you can just see his eyes are just totally focused on where he's going. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's a very neat shot. Once again, probably the best of 50.
Oh yeah.
Just see him. Oh, that one photo, and just watching as the bird goes across, and then pick out the best one. Yeah, that's
how it works when you shoot birds, at least. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. You take as many as you can within reason and pick out the best one. Best one or two.
I wish mine had a little higher buffer than it does.
Yeah, I don't know what.
About 12 or 15 before it kind of dies.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what.
That's one thing I can say for that 7D Mark II is it darn sure has a good buffer.
A good buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this A9's quite good.
Probably has a pretty good buffer. Yeah. That's what you'd like for action or sports or wildlife photography, because you don't want to have to wait for the camera. You just hope the camera can keep up with whatever you're doing within reason. But yeah, that's neat. Excellent shot, Jose. So, okay. So here we are away from the shore a little bit, inland lake somewhere. Oh yeah, that's way inland, huh?
Yep.
A little ways away from the ocean.
This is a pond somewhere in Warren, Connecticut, I think. Yeah, Warren, Connecticut.
Yeah, he said Warren.
Did you
Out
take
in the boonies?
Oh, did you take a portrait or did you do a landscape and turn it round?
Nope, this was a portrait.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's neat. You got this time of year with the warm weather, you get all the moss and stuff in the lakes, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, I was surprised. Well, actually, I wasn't. Shouldn't be too surprised. I had this parked to myself for about an hour.
Okay.
There's some sort of exhibition that they wanted to take people come in and take pictures of the town of Warren.
Okay.
And I swear to God, this is one of these towns where if you drive, you're driving through it. There's a post office and a church, and then you're in the next town.
Yeah.
So it's real small. It's a little tiny town. And I was trying to find this because I found this one park just going through all the back roads, and there was it was open, but absolutely nobody was there. But supposedly for COVID, you were supposed to go get a permit to go for out of towners to use the park. It's only for town people.
Oh. Yeah.
But there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Did you try doing horizontal on this? Because it seems like there could be a lot more to the left.
Well, there is. I have a pano of this.
Oh, okay. Did you post that one?
Not from this angle, but from a different angle with a pano.
Okay. So we got that. All right. And that's you posted that.
But I have not posted the pano.
Okay. All right. So you took one where you kind of went across 4 or 5 shots and put it together.
Yeah, but not from this angle though.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I think I shifted over to my right, and then just so I could get there's actually a dead tree there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, so here we got an old lighthouse.
So this is back to
Groton.
Yeah, where the ledger light was.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn your right, that's where you can see Ledger Light, and this Avery Point is right here. And then if you turn 180 degrees from this, there's another lighthouse, but it's in a residential area. It's fenced off.
Okay.
And that one's real hard to photograph because it's a weird lighthouse. It's like it's in with the houses. So.
Oh, okay. In the middle of a development, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, to go in and photograph it, you're going to be in somebody's yard probably to do it.
Well, they've got it all fenced off, and they don't let any people
Yeah.
photograph it. So
So this is a little older than the other one, I would imagine. This is probably a fairly old lighthouse, huh?
no, this is
No?
new. This is UConn has their
Oh,
not their main campus, but they have their satellite campus here for their
Okay.
marine biology studies.
okay.
And I think NOAA uses this too.
Okay.
They have where they dock one of their boats to do some
Okay.
ecological stuff.
Okay.
But that lighthouse is not new.
Oh, that's relatively new then. Yeah. Made to look,
Yeah.
it looks like it's 100 years old, but it's probably 30.
It's like a hexagon shape,
Yeah.
but it's got flat bricks in it. It's like the detail. I don't think it's a very appealing lighthouse, but
Mm.
that's why we
So
went
it's
to
a
more
hexagonal with flat bricks, so it's really
silhouetted. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. And there's a little statue in the front, looks like. Yeah.
That's brand new. That wasn't there when I went last year.
Okay. All right. All this is neat. The reflection in the tide pool is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click
I
it.
kind of waited.
Make me
Go ahead.
find one point. Bring the picture up 1 point. It looks really nice. See,
Yeah.
I'm putting one on a big terminal and I'm clicking it and it brings it up better. It's really
Mhm.
nice when it's brought up. Yeah.
There we go.
And then see in this area we got the moss here, which is more of a seaweed kind of
Yeah, it's
Stuff.
long. Yeah,
kelpy,
long and leafy. Yeah.
and you don't get that in Milford, but
Okay.
you do get that in New Haven. But it's mixed in with a lot of dead debris, like dead fish and whatnot from the birds
okay.
dropping or the fishermen
Okay.
throwing in their bait.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I see. Yeah, this is more like a kelpy thing. You got a little bit of green here, but that's not really the same bright green.
No. No, and not as much. You don't get as much here.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of it looks like this. Yeah, this brownish green type stuff. Almost like, yeah, like you said, more like kelp or something. Yeah. Oh, no, that's a nice shot. I like the reflection in the tide pool makes this shot, I think. It's just nicely placed in there.
See, and I wasn't even going to go out that morning.
Yeah. Oh, a little blue heron.
That's
In
a
a
pretty bird.
contemplative mood. He's like, what can I eat next? Pretty much. This was at 1200. Oh, he had a 2 times. Yeah, it's 1200 teleconverter. So
Nice.
yeah, he's done a few shots like this. Oh my gosh, this I would hope would be on a monopod at least, because this would be so hard to, you move it at all and it's out of frame. Yeah.
He's got a high shutter speed, I hope, maybe.
640. Yeah. ISO 1000. So little light wasn't real good, maybe, huh?
Hmm.
So he's probably trying to balance high ISO with shutter speed to get it.
Yep. Probably.
Yeah.
In that 50 megapixel camera.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of room to do stuff with it. Yeah.
The highlights out there at the back of the bird.
Oh, back here. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got lens flare there, hasn't he?
A little bit of lens flare. Yeah. A few little spots.
Nice picture.
Yeah. But look at the detail on the, I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
sharp.
Yeah.
Good amount of detail there. Eyes are sharp. The plumage on the front. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's nice work. Absolutely.
Yeah. Very nice. Light on Warren. Okay, so here's one of the 2 buildings in Warren, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
Post office is across the street.
There's a package store right down from the church.
Yeah.
Historic congregate built in 1820. Okay. And nice.
And
nice
I'll have to wait
perspective
till
with
next year to get this shot again.
Yeah. Did you?
Because I just lucky that the sun was right behind where the church is,
Mhm.
and at this particular perspective. But like
Yeah.
right now, I guarantee you that the sun is probably over to the to your left.
Okay. Yeah.
So in order to get the sun behind the church, you're going to see a lot of other like there's
Okay.
a
You're gonna have to
rectory
walk
building
this
and a
way,
parking
and then
lot
you
and the
see-
driveway. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So just so you just and you didn't use any astrological app or anything to figure out where the sun position would be to do it.
Nope.
You
I just went there to see what was the photograph in Warren, and this is what I got.
Okay.
So the sun
Nice.
thing is just luck.
So about 6:25 in the evening, if the
Yep.
clock is accurate.
And
Or
this is
6:25 in the
this is
morning.
my 2020. This is with my 20 millimeter. I had to shoot wide and get closer because
Okay.
there's power lines and then there's a road right in front of the church. So I had to shoot
okay.
wide and then crop to 16:9, so you wouldn't see
Okay.
the power lines or the
Or the road.
road.
Okay.
It's a nice shot.
Yeah. No, that's great with the sun behind. Yeah, but like you said, you have to wait till next year. Go back on August, maybe like August 19th or 21st, depending on what changes. Yeah. And hope the weather's good.
It's only been like a week and a half, and it's already what it used to be 8. Now it's almost 7:20, 7:15.
Yeah.
It's dark now.
It's getting dark a
Yeah,
lot
it's
faster
quick.
now. Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. Lovely sunflowers. I thought maybe you took a trip to France, Simi, because that's a popular shot in July in France. All the fields of sunflowers. You know, when they're doing the Tour de France, they're riding in front of the sunflower fields.
Or
Nice.
Yeah, we got our own sunflower fields here. Sometimes the farmers they donate a portion of their field for sunflowers, and
Mm-hmm.
of course it draws the people.
Oh yeah.
That's the same here, about a mile away from my house.
Yeah, the Kansas big time. You drive through Kansas and then they're all over the place.
Yeah.
I had to wait a little bit for this one. First, I had to find what I wanted. Those 2 sunflowers in the right little corner
Mhm.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
They were the
You wanted the
were
light to be on them, pretty much, right? Is that what the?
yeah, and then I had to wait for the people to get out of the way and
Okay.
stop being, because there's
Darn
people. There were people moving all throughout this, taking their selfies and whatever.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You just
They aren't too bad here, even though you can see signs some people were cutting the flowers and taking them, which they shouldn't be doing, and some
Yeah.
other stuff. I don't know.
were there people like wandering through the field, taking photos too?
Yep.
Yeah. Just put a sign in front of the field that says "No idiots allowed." Thank you. No,
I just get upset when I don't mind them walking through. It's just when they start trampling stuff, and then
yeah, like randomly, not without paying attention to what they're doing, and
yeah.
It's,
This
neat.
this might be the last year for this particular farm. Somebody told me that they're donating a lot of this portion of the field for solar panels.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we'll see what happens next year.
From sunflowers to sun collectors next year.
I think so.
Yeah. But that was a 6-minute exposure? No, 5-minute exposure. Yeah.
Yeah, about 5 minutes for this one.
10 actually, probably.
But yeah.
So yeah, this would have been a spot where if you had a second camera, you could have gone and set up 2 shots and taken another one while this one was doing its thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Especially when you're trying to get the light and that type of thing. Yeah, you only have so many. See, we just sold another camera for Nikon. I think we should get a commission. What do you think, guys? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've got to plug in on it now.
Just follow this link.
Yeah.
We can get a new camera and support the show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great shot. I like that.
But it's helped my guessing much better, even though sometimes I guess wrong and then I don't get a shot. But it's okay. It works out.
Yeah. More often than not, it works out. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. It's back on the coast again, Middle Beach.
Yeah, I don't know what the Flickr comes up with these ridiculous names. I don't know what this is. This is West Wharf in
Okay.
Madison. So
Okay, yeah, this is Middle Beach, Madison. Yeah.
Middle Beach. I don't know. I'd never heard it called Middle Beach before.
Yeah.
It's news to me.
I go, "Oh, not in my Madison." Nice. Well, did you do anything, or this is like really nice
Yep.
pastel pink?
That's we get those in the summer here. We get these
Yeah.
pastel skies sometimes, and every once in a while we get I don't know how to describe it. We will get a sky, which I don't even like to take the picture of it because it's a weird yellow. You ever see a yellow where the sunset is it's just not doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get that occasionally, but usually summers we'll get pastels.
Okay.
Not as colorful as I think our winter sunsets and sunrises are even more colorful, but that's just me.
Yeah.
That could be.
No, this color's great. I love the the pastel. Looks like maybe Miami, right out of Miami Vice or something. Yeah, I think that's a neat one. Out of body, 30-second explosion.
I like this one because with the rocks, you got the lines in the rock, and it makes you lead up to that man.
Mm-hmm.
The man
Now, was this guy walking along? Is that what we're seeing here in the old ghosting images?
Yeah, that's me walking along.
Oh, it is. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah. Cool.
I've been doing a few series of these where I do a 30-second exposure and then I'll walk through it, and then yeah, that's me walking through. So you get the little ghost images through there.
Neat. So you just walk and stand for a second or two and then move on.
For about I walk for about 15 seconds and I get there and try to hold still for about 15 seconds.
Okay.
Dude, this is actually a good game. Oh my God. The 49ers scored, and now the Cardinals just scored again. It's 23-20 right now. This game's actually really good.
Sounds like there's no defense going on.
I am shocked.
That's a neat. So you're doing a series on different. Did you pick out locations, or what's the theme of it? Just trying to different lengths of time.
Different lengths of time. They're 30 seconds. Just a little ghost image of something of me.
Okay.
Ghost image selfies.
Okay. Cool. So hey, you got that guy walking. Hey, wait, that guy is me. So you've set the timer for like what a 30-second delay before it starts or something. What do you have?
30-second, but there's a 6-second delay.
Okay.
It gives me a little time to kind of get there.
And you're able to, you have an infrared remote, so you're able to stand away from the camera and engage it so it gives you enough time to run over to where you need to go.
Well, I could if I wanted to, but yeah.
Yeah.
So far, it's worked with me just pressing it and walking. So.
Oh, this is cool. So in-camera multiple exposures.
Yep.
What is it?
This one is three exposures, just of the horizon line of the long of the sound.
Okay.
So, trying to think what this one was.
Did you turn it upside down and then?
Did you move the camera, or did you take the individual images and twist them?
Nope. This one was all individual stills. One was straight down.
Okay.
And then the other image was the horizon up this way, and then lined it up, and then you turn it this way.
Flipped it the other. Okay, which is why you get the up and down points going up and down. Okay. All right.
Correct.
Okay. So you rotated the camera 180 degrees for the third one. Yeah.
Yep. So you can do 2 or 3 at the most series in the Nikon, and it'll do it in camera.
Oh, okay. A quarter second per exposure, huh? Yeah. Nice. That's interesting. That's a neat use. And the colors in that are great.
Yep.
Nice and light blue, very dreamy colors. Yeah.
It was one of those sunsets where not a lot was happening. A little faint color, a lot of blue.
Yep.
little bit of yellow. You see the yellow reflecting off the side lip of the rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and here's another one. Multiple exposures again, right?
Yeah,
Or
this one's 2 across, I think.
Okay.
So 2, 1, and then just move it
A little bit.
sideways this way, and then
Okay.
yep, another one.
So this is
So
kind of
it's
intentional
similar
camera
to-
motion, kind of along that same theme. We're doing the
Yep.
intentional camera motion, but just a little different way of doing it, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you get more of a static, like you can
Mhm.
see more of it kind of in focus,
Yeah. Yeah.
as
It
opposed to
doesn't
where it'd
distort
be
the image
blurred
completely.
across. Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't obliterate what the subject is. You have an idea what you're actually looking at.
Is there any of it in focus? Because what I'm seeing is it's out of focus.
Yeah, it's probably not in focus the way that it stacks it.
Yeah. I think, yeah, if it's one on top of the other, it's crisscrossing it basically. So it's going to just blur. Even if there was something in focus in one or the other, when you add the two together, it doesn't do it. Yeah. So it's motion. It's 2 exposures to give that. Yeah. But yeah, you can tell what it is still, which is neat. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so here's a dead tree along the coast. Is that a tree?
Hasn't been a tree in a long time. Yeah, it used to be a tree. Yeah.
Yeah, it
At
used
some
to be
point.
a tree. Yeah, at some point. Yeah. Got washed up. Is this one of those ones that gets washed up in a storm or something, you think?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. There's no way it must have been a storm, because there's no way that
Yeah,
that just
tree.
kind of drifted over those boulders.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size. Yeah. That's a pretty good size log. So,
And that's halfway actually. It's
oh, okay.
yeah,
Huh.
because I'm sitting on the other half.
Okay. Oh,
It was just I just like the light that was just like a pool of light that was in here. It was just hitting the rocks and the tree, and then it wasn't
Yeah,
really
well,
hitting
this
the
right
other
here.
rocks.
On
Yeah.
this left rock, yeah, bringing out the detail on the rock, along with the lichen or whatever that is, moss lichen stuck on the rock. Yeah, neat. Relatively fast. Yeah, 1/60th of a second. Nice. Okay, so here's another take on that. Similar, same.
I think
Yeah.
this one was 3 because I can see 3 suns.
Okay. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
And it looks like it was 2 of them, same focus, and one was a little closer, zoomed in maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you standing with someone on the right?
Yeah, there was there were quite a few people there that night. There was one couple, a guy who was taking his engagement photos, who just kind of
Okay.
barged into the middle of my scene,
Yeah.
not even asking, like, what? Geez, no photography etiquette at all.
No.
He just took over my whole spot where I was shooting. I was like, okay, I
Really
guess
just like
I guess
walk
I have
right
to
in.
move on.
Yeah. It's not like it's inobvious that you're there, you know? It's a guy with a camera and a tripod or whatever, and just walk right in. Yeah. Like, hey.
Yeah.
But you know, his engagement photos trumped everything else in the world for that particular second.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Are you looking? This is the rocks on the beach, right?
This is a straight down, and then this is a 2-shot one, and then of the horizon with the sun.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Weird.
Oh, neat. So I took the horizon and then put it on top of the looking straight down onto the ground. Huh.
So you get a sense of place of where it is, and then
Mhm.
sunset on the beach.
Yeah.
It looks like you didn't roll the film on properly.
Yeah,
What a trip. Yeah.
yeah,
Like the curtain.
yeah. That's what that's. It's a good one, Dennis. Yeah, it does look like that. Like the film didn't get.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. What a trip.
Okay, so lights in the sky. So this one looks like a 180-degree flip, basically.
Yep,
Maybe two shots flipped 180 degrees.
that is correct.
Yeah. See, I'm figuring it out now. I know your game.
Yeah, I know your game. Yeah.
Is this a hydrogen bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
That's neat. That's a neat. It's a neat feature. So yeah, so you don't need to do anything in post. You just you pick that and tell it whether 2 or 3 images, and then you compose it, and then it combines it. So it saves it in a buffer and then just combines it automatically.
I'm guessing that's how it works.
Yeah.
All I know is I don't have to do anything afterwards except
Yeah.
change the color if I want to or whatever. That's about
Okay,
it.
so it looks like Dennis, are you in your using your lights again? In the
Yeah, this wasn't actually any lights.
oh, okay,
This is just daylight.
okay, coming through the window.
Yeah, but I think it was 15th of a second. This one.
Yeah, it says 15th at 65. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's at f9, so it was shut right down. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just trying to do the completely black backgrounds again, you know. So,
Okay. Yeah. I think you did a pretty good job. There's not much. Pretty much dark in the back.
Yeah. They turned out better than I thought, actually. Sort of.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of, yeah. I mean, the light on the black part of the, the clothing or the figurines is, you can tell that from the background. So.
I mean, they were just sitting on a table. Behind that is going to be like furniture and.
Oh, good. Yeah. Totally obliterated the background.
Yeah. Now this was done with the speed lights.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was 8,000th of a second?
Yeah, it says 1/8,000th. Yeah.
It's nice. I like it.
Yeah. So it's 2 flowers, it's 1 image, so 2 flowers being.
It's actually a vase full of flowers.
Oh, and these are just the 2 at the front?
Yeah, they're the 2 at the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Oh, you can see a little, well, maybe not, maybe a hint of something in the background here.
Yeah, but
That's about it, though.
you can lower the shadows down and the blacks, and
Yeah.
there is or clone it out.
Yeah. Huh. Neat. Well, it looks like taking that with the whole vase, it looks like the end result looks like you took 2 images and, or two shots. And
Yeah, they were actually like in the bars looking all in different directions.
Okay.
Have you seen some images on Flickr where you can tell that the person has a monitor that's probably too dark, and they think that they've taken out or blackened out the whole background, but you can see where it's like gray instead. They haven't really blackened it out.
Yeah, because the monitor is not. Yeah.
Yeah, probably on their monitor it's dark, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why you got to check it on a few monitors, man. Like you really do.
Yeah.
Start increasing the exposure, you're going to start seeing stuff in the background.
Yeah. That's why it helps to have one monitor that's calibrated and then check it on a couple others to see what it looks like. Yeah. Yep. Different sizes and.
Yeah, this was a bit of an experiment, but I was using that 65 Voigtlander, but this is wide open, so it doesn't do much for the background really. It's
F2, yeah, F2.
Yeah. This was like minimum focus as well. It's about as close as I could get.
Were you expecting it to be more blown out in the back?
Yeah, but
Dude, the Cardinals just won.
This lens is apochromatic.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is a really good lens. It's sharp, corner to corner, but this didn't quite work. You can use it wide open in landscape, and everything is pin sharp. And it's to do with the lens correction. The lens is corrected for the color spectrum. You know, when you've got RGB, they focus slightly. You know, if you focus on the blue, then the green and the red they're not going to be pin sharp. These lenses are corrected for the color, you know, and everything is focused. I'm really pleased with the lens, but I was telling my cousin it just weighs so much. It is like really heavy. It's like a photo on the front of your camera.
Yeah. Makes it a little tough to. It's not a walk around lens, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's it now.
Okay, so this is.
Yeah, this is the same lens.
Okay.
Yeah, but I added a GMIC
filter.
film. Yeah, there's like a soft film.
Okay, so yeah, it's taking the colors.
Yeah.
And kind of extending them out.
Yeah, it puts like a soft frame around it.
It's nice. I like it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Photographing.
It's exactly the same lens as what took the other one just now, but this is a lot sharper because I was further away. You know?
Yeah, a little further away. Yeah.
I was trying to use it as a bit of a. It is a macro lens actually. It's a 2-to-1 macro, but you know, each lens to its own.
Yep.
And that's very tack sharp.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah. Now this is the 50mm f1.2.
Yeah, and you shot this at 1 too. Yeah.
And it's you can see the difference. That is a really nice lens. I'm using that most of the time now. I just leave it now to the front of the camera. Yeah, 50mm is a bit restrictive, but you know,
nice lens.
Small pictures, but it is superb fast lens. Yeah. Take pictures in the dark with this one.
Yeah. That's a neat. Very sharp. Again, as you said, Simi, on those other ones that done. Good quality lens. Oh, okay. So here we are.
This is wide open at f1.2.
Yeah.
And the only thing in focus is the middle of the flower.
Yeah, that's about it. Everything else is soft.
If you want to destroy the background, this is the lens for it.
Yeah. It just wipes it out.
Yeah, and all I did with this one was I changed the white balance because basically this is just growing out of the flower bed. Yeah, and I just made it cooler so that it's getting the blue back.
More blue in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it does your eyes in if you stare too long at it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's neat. Very nice, gentlemen. Awesome as always.
This is
fantastic. Good stuff.
Freaking Cardinals just won this game. This is unbelievable.
What's the final score, Joe? NFL report.
24-20.
24 on a field goal? Did they kick a field goal at the end?
Yeah, no, they scored a touchdown.
They scored a touchdown, huh?
Yeah, and then they stopped the Niners from scoring.
Oh, okay.
There were some damn good plays in this game, man. It was actually a good game. I'm shocked, man.
Now, who's playing Sunday Night Football tonight? Who's on Sunday Night Football?
Oh, you know who's playing. Come on, man.
Brady.
Come on. The loser that loser team?
The Los Angeles Shams are playing.
You know who's playing.
Yeah.
You know what we're all going to be watching.
You're not going to be able to watch too much of that. Are you going to record it?
No, I don't record games. No, I watch them.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch the Rams. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
I'll just be tired tomorrow. Screw it.
Yeah. Just priorities. Got to have priorities.
Hey, everybody understands that you got to watch your team. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Cowboys and Rams tonight, man.
All you need is a rope, Joe. You tie it both on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Just take a little nap, 15 minutes, wake up, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nice straightaway. You'll be good.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's about as good as anybody else out there.
Yeah. And you driving to sleep is about what everybody else is driving awake. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'd probably be driving better than other people out there.
Yeah. Oh, that is. I mean, on our road trip this last week, it was almost 1,600 miles of driving out and back, and man, there are a lot of idiots on the road.
Oh,
Pam goes, and Joe drives. He's driving all day. He says, "Oh yeah, he sees more in one day than we probably."
Oh,
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
just crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Riding my bike around the neighborhood, I'm finding new roads that I haven't been on before because trying to stay off the main ones.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the idiots who are texting and driving at the same time.
We saw so many people. One guy literally, is on I-24 zipping along at 70 miles an hour, and he was going from the right hand to the left hand lane and back and forth. And we went over to the far right lane past him, and he just had the phone on the steering wheel, and he was looking down, at something on his phone, driving along at 70 miles an hour in traffic.
Oh, don't even get me started, man. Yeah. I've met that guy probably every hour of every day.
Oh my gosh.
Easily. I mean, probably every 5 or 10 minutes I meet that guy. Honestly.
Isn't that slightly illegal?
Well,
Yeah, it is.
You know what, Dennis? The police do it. Like, it's ridiculous.
You do. You see
Yeah, we had a guy around here who was driving a truck and texting at the same time, and he drifted into a lay-by and killed a guy in the car.
Oh yeah, that's
he's in prison now.
Yeah.
And now it's illegal. You get caught using a phone, a handheld phone in the car here, you get your driving license taken away.
Yeah.
I wish they were that strict here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use the phone if it's a hands-free stuff, connected to the car system.
Yeah, Bluetooth and hand voice.
You're using one, hold it up to your ear. It's automatically big fine and 6 points on your license. In this country, you get 12 points on your license, you're off the road, you lose your license.
Yeah, there's points here too. We have strict laws; they're just not enforced.
Yeah, they're just not enforced. Yeah. Or very.
When you're driving, you literally have to just keep watching the guy oncoming traffic until he's
past you,
next to you or past you. Yeah, it's like
especially on a 2-lane road where there's no undivided road. Yeah. On
the TV programs, you usually see the unmarked police car come alongside, videoing the guy talking on his phone.
Yeah.
When they put him in, he can't really deny it, can he?
Oh man, yeah. It's the problem. Like I say, the problem is the cops is doing it too here. I run into cops that are doing all sorts of junk. You know what I'm saying? How are they supposed to know?
And from your position, being sitting up high, you can look right down in and see what they're doing.
Oh,
yeah.
There was one guy driving a 20-ton truck, and the police recorded him watching a film. He had the laptop on the dash, and he was watching a movie whilst driving down the motorway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. Even cats and big trucks are doing the same thing. Like it's ridiculous. It really is.
It is. It's crazy. All right. Well, Joe, we'll let you celebrate the Cardinals win.
Yeah. Well, I like
the home team.
I like that the Niners lost.
Adopted home team. Yeah.
I like that the Niners lost. That's what I like. Okay. It's not that the Cardinals won. It's that the Niners lost. It makes me happy. Yeah.
And then you got about an hour until the Rams start, right?
Yes, I got
15. Okay. All right. You got to let Joe go into his corner and psych himself up and
I have to prepare.
Is this a new? Is it a new football season?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the first week of the new
First
football.
week.
Yeah.
Because I've missed your updates.
First week, no preseason this year. That was good.
Yeah. They just got rid of the 6 weeks of preseason or whatever, and just jumped right in. And so far, the play has been decent. I haven't watched a lot, but it seems like the play has been okay.
It's been okay. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, right now the Saints are whooping on Tampa Bay, 34-23. Which
Poor Brady.
Yeah. Yeah, Brady.
He's gonna have to start deflating some balls down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, he hasn't been down there long enough to develop a strong enough relationship with the equipment manager
And
yet.
I tell you what, Cam Newton looked good. Man.
Yeah.
He did. I watched him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's going to get better. They're all going to get better. But he looked pretty good for week one. New team hasn't played in a while. He looked really good.
That's what everybody's wondering. Without any preseason, what kind of play are we going to get the first week or two?
Yeah.
Because there's definitely something different. You can't simulate it until you actually do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Are these games played behind closed doors? Are they closed stadiums?
The
Most
majority of
people.
Yeah.
There's no people.
The ones that do have fans are maybe only 15 to 20% of the seats are full.
Yeah.
So for you, Joe, you've got your Cardinals tickets.
Mhm.
Did you get a refund completely, or did you push it to all the next year? Is that what they're doing?
Well, you had an option, so you could leave all your money there, right? Or so you could, leave all your money there and just put it all towards next year. You could get a partial refund, or a full refund.
Okay.
So it was your option. So I chose the partial option.
Okay.
So I left some of my money for pretty much half. So I left some of my money for next season.
Okay.
And give me some of my money back.
Okay.
I look at it, you know how I look at it. I look at it as a bunch of rich guys are like, hey, if we can use your money, why should we use ours? I mean, that's the way rich people think.
Yeah.
If I can use your money, why would I use mine? I could use mine for something else.
So you don't lose any rights by doing that. You just have to pony up the extra money next year for the full season
At least that's what they did here in Arizona. Each team is doing it differently.
Okay.
A little differently. Pretty much the same, but each team does it a little differently.
Okay. So if you decide to go all 8 games or 9 games or whatever it is, you just have to pay the other half next year.
Next year,
June, May, June, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next year you'll be, paying for the full season. It'll be a normal deal. So I would just pay the other half, and we're good to go.
To make up and get the full year. So they're not doing any fans in the stands at all this year. Is that the deal?
Well, what happened was, what was it now? I think about 6 weeks ago or so, they sent us an email and said, all your tickets are voided.
Okay. They just canceled everybody's. Yeah.
Everybody's ticket was canceled. Now I'm hearing some rumbling locally from some of the local news that I watch on YouTube, because I don't watch live TV. So when I do watch news, I watch it on YouTube. My local newscast without commercials, because I pay for no commercials on YouTube. It's great. Yeah. But I see some of the news reports saying that they're thinking about, maybe little amounts of fans, maybe in another month or so. They're still working these details out.
Exactly how many people will be allowed and that type of thing. Yeah. How are they going to get? So they're going to make an offer to season ticket holders, I would imagine, first. I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see. It's like, well, you're a season ticket holder. We're going to give you the right to claim, one of the 10,000 people we're going to let in out of the 50,000 stadium. That's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
I kind of think they're just going to. I don't know. I really don't know, because it's week one. But to me, it seemed like a huge problem, because right away I was like, okay, if you're going to allow even just season ticket holders in the stands, there's a lot of us, and I pay for seat, 9 and 10 on row 8. I don't pay to sit in the nosebleed. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
pay my price to sit in
Yeah.
row 8. That's where I sit. Seats 9 and 10 in section 221. That's my section. That's my seat. That's my row.
Yeah. Interesting to see.
That's what I pay.
Because we watched a little bit of the Chiefs on Thursday. They had what 16,000 people in the stands, and the stadium holds like 80 or something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, how did they decide who got those? You know,
Yeah,
what was the
that's just-
system for that? Yeah,
Just
because Kansas City's probably well over half the seats are probably season tickets. You know, it's
Oh.
probably 40,000,
Oh, yeah.
50,000 out of the 75 are season tickets. So you got 50,000 people. They're like, hey, I want to go to the game. They're like, sorry, we can only let 15 in. So do you enter a lottery? And I don't know. Yeah.
That's what the gladiator pit's out in front for.
Yeah. It's true. You got
right.
You
Yeah.
have to fight for it.
it's the pregame entertainment.
You know, right? I was looking at something and this weird stuff come on.
What came on?
Some weird music came on, so I got out of it.
Oh. Huh.
Looking at the Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joe, I wish you told me you were giving out interest-free loans because I could have looked at a new camera this week.
Exactly, right? That's
Yeah.
exactly my point. Yeah, if they can get all the season ticket holders to go ahead and pay for their tickets and even leave part of their money with them, that's interest-free money.
It is. It's pretty good. It's very generous.
Yeah.
It's very, you know what I'm saying? And you do that across these billionaires ain't billionaires for no reason, man. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they're not stupid people. I mean, and that's the main part of being rich is using other people's money to make more money. Why use my money when I could use your money?
Yeah, you'll find our government does that. They're called the inland revenue. You know,
Yeah.
they use everybody's money interest-free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And you know, and then you give me your money right away, and then I give it to you. You know, it takes a while. You know, it's a process. You have to file for it. You know, they're not stupid, man. Yeah.
It's good to see they don't waste it, you know, because they pay themselves like $3,000 a week. Pay.
I have to admit, when I I filled out an online form, and within 2 days it was right back in my account. I have to admit.
Okay. They don't. Yeah, you don't want to piss off the fans by holding their money that they want back. Yeah.
If you were going to get a written check, then it was going to take a little while. But if you paid online, then I have to admit it was
you
right
get the
back.
bank information, and 2 days later it's probably in your account. You do an ACH or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was right back there. It was right back in my credit card. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's lucky you didn't book an airline flight because there's been real chaos over here. They're not giving anybody the money back.
You know what, Dennis? Okay, that's another thing. You've heard about the issues with people, and Mark, I think you were going through this, buying tickets through Ticketmaster. Now a weird coincidence is this is the first year that the NFL went through SeatGeek for the tickets and not Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
This is the first year, so that people were having huge problems
Because
getting money
a new
back.
platform and
And this is the first year that they went with a different ticket broker or ticket person company and money back just like that. You know, so
but people buying airline tickets. Yeah, I mean, every airline is different, and Southwest was just what Joe flies a lot, and we fly quite a bit on Southwest. You can get a refund or move it, without any fees or whatever. But other people are getting really screwed by not getting refunds or only having a certain amount of time and fee. Yeah, so
British Airways have been doing it. They made it so hard to choose a full refund, and if you don't click the right buttons, the small print says you're accepting vouchers for next year, so you don't get the money.
That's a short-sighted way. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, but yeah.
If I'm flying within the country, I just fly Southwest. It's not even a thought. I fly because if there's ever an issue, Southwest is like not a problem. No change fees. None of this. It's just
you can reschedule up to the day of, and
Yeah.
You pay the difference in the ticket, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, plus I'm out of here, out of Phoenix is a big hub.
Oh yeah, yeah. And for us, Atlanta's a big one.
Atlanta's a big hub,
Too.
so
Yeah. So you got a lot of
yeah.
a lot of choice as far as originating flights and that type of stuff. So, okay. Well, speaking of flying, I got to fly myself.
Oh, nice. All right,
Oh,
Mark. He got some rest on vacation. All right.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Nice segue.
Yep. We'll be here next week. So thanks as always for the
Yeah,
great
make sure to tip your waiter on the way out.
Yeah. And we'll be back next week. So everybody stay safe, and we'll see you later, man.
Bye.
Let's see you guys.
Later.
Peace.
Yeah.
I'll call you in a week, cuz.
Sounds good.